watching KWQC TV, the news leader, making a difference in the Quad Cities. Live from the KWQC Broadcast Center in downtown Davenport with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel. This is Quad Cities Live.
Today on QCL, the Riverbend Food Bank is gearing up for one of its largest fundraisers of the year. Learn how you can be part of the solution to food insecurity.
Plus, rare sneakers and vintage finds. A Davenport native just brought a Chicago-born fashion concept back home, and the shop is now open at NorthPark Mall.
And we take a look back in time for our Throwback Thursday. Oh, that is so cute. Today, we are going back a few years to a little one's birthday celebration.
Yes.
You're watching Quad Cities Live on this Thursday, December 11th. Thank you for joining us. I'm Morgan Otier, alongside my co-host here, Kyle Keel. Well, the new year is right around the corner, of course, and for many of us, it's the perfect time to reset our routines, especially when it comes to eating well.
UnityPoint Health is helping make that a little bit more easy with its popular Cooking with Heart series. It's a hands-on program designed to teach people simple, delicious, and heart-healthy cooking skills. Joining us today from UnityPoint Health, Trinity, is Marley Apt. Marley, thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, of
Welcome.
course. So we're kind of bringing this series back. You got a new part to the series as well, which we'll get into. But let's talk more about Cooking with Heart and who this is geared towards.
It's really geared towards anybody that is looking to gain some confidence in the kitchen, learning how to make recipes that are healthy and delicious and easy. You know, that's the biggest thing, is everybody's crunched for time. And it's so easy just to grab and go and get things that aren't so healthy. So this is a great way to teach people how to eat healthy and that they can do it at home, and it's not difficult.
Okay, wonderful. So we're looking at some video on the screen right now. So is this a Cooking with Heart class and what it all looks like if people show up and sign up? Wow, a beautiful space there. Easy for people to see and understand what's going on. So talk a little bit with us about what makes this course unique.
Well, it's very science-based.
Okay.
So looking at the nutrient content in the foods that we're making, also offering ideas for healthy substitutions. You know, it's very easy to fill your plate with things that aren't good, but you can also substitute with things that are better for you, whether you're getting more protein, maybe a little bit less fat. Really helps with people that have, you know, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. We're all looking at trying to do better with our health, and these are all different recipes that can help with that.
Yeah, those things don't come, like, they're not straightforward for a lot of people.
And you know, I think a lot of people think, okay, if I need something easy, I need something like fast food or maybe like one of those frozen dinners that might not be the healthiest. So this gives you a better idea on how to get those healthy options into your diet as well. So talk about the impact that you've seen over the years with this program, because it's been going on for a little bit now.
Yeah, it's been going on for a few years. We have seen people that have lost weight. You know, they have decreased their blood pressure, their cholesterol has gone down. Again, just gaining that confidence in the kitchen, feeling like they can walk into their kitchen and know things that they should be doing, and just any little change is good. So just really teaching people, you know, how change doesn't have to be hard and things can be delicious, and it just doesn't have to be difficult.
Sure.
So.
And I do think that there's a misconception as well when you see that, you know, something is offered by UnityPoint Health, and, you know, maybe this is more so geared toward people who have received some type of diagnosis or are dealing with a heart problem or a cholesterol problem or something along those lines. But I think it's probably beneficial for everybody.
For everyone.
I don't necessarily think that I know how to, you know, the best things to be cooking with, and you know, every time you're trying to plan dinner or something like that, you know, a lot of that stuff just goes out the window.
Exactly. And prevention. I mean, prevention is key. So anything that we can do to help people prevent disease is huge, and that's, I mean, a lot of that can be done through the diet that we're eating.
Yeah.
All right, so what can people expect when they sign up for the course? Because you have to register before you get in, right?
Yes, it's a 4-week free class.
Okay.
It's an hour class. We make all the meals. We talk about, you know, the ingredients that are going in, why we're doing what we're doing, how to make the things that we're making. You know, great substitutions, all of the things, and then of course everybody in class gets to try the things that we're making, and they're given a binder that has all the recipes in it, a lot of, you know, health and nutrition advice and education.
Yeah, that's great. And you're also doing something new this year. So there's the foundational course, which those fill up quickly. Okay, so you know, I think the next one that you guys are offering, you were saying, is already full. So put it on your calendar if that's something that you want to make sure that you're registered for in the future. But there's also another one that you're doing that's geared toward folks that are dealing with cancer.
Yep, whether they're cancer survivors, they're caretakers mothers of cancer patients, or anybody really that wants to prevent cancer and try to do that through diet. I mean, obviously nothing is 100%,
sure.
But the better that we can take care of ourselves, you know, the less chance you have of being diagnosed with something like that. And we also add in, you know, just health and wellness education as well, exercise, you know, anything that we can do to prevent disease. So especially with the cancer class, really focusing on eating those foods that can help prevent cancer.
Yeah, information is power.
Yeah, and making those small changes certainly can help. As you mentioned, you know, nothing's ever guaranteed 100%, but I feel like starting with your diet, I think that can make things easier. Get that, what do they say, the good cholesterol up and the bad cholesterol down, right?
Exactly,
All right, well, if you want to sign up for these courses, the Cooking with Heart for Cancer starts January 5th, and the Cooking with Heart Foundational starts January 8th. Again, I think you mentioned that the foundational one is full already, so get this marked here for next year. But if you want to register for the course, you can register online at UnityPoint.org. Marley, we appreciate you being here today talking about Cooking with Heart.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Coming up on QCL, after surpassing its fundraising goal last year, Riverbend Food Bank is gearing up for the 6th annual Women Fighting Hunger event. How you can be part of the solution next.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
People across the QCA have an opportunity in the new year to make a focused collective impact on food insecurity in the local community. We are talking about the Riverbend Food Bank Women Fighting Hunger event set for March 26th. Joining me with that and much more is Avery Owens. Avery, thank you so much for being here.
Yes, of course. Thanks for having us.
Okay, so I love this event. I've been talking about this since you entered the room today. Women Fighting Hunger. It is still a few months away, but tickets to the event, they typically sell out very fast, so we want to talk about it now. So can you tell us a little bit about the event itself?
Yeah, so we are in our 6th year of this event, and we normally raise over $100,000 for the school pantry purchase program. So it goes to all school pantries in the area.
That's wonderful. So really cool stuff that is happening this year. Thanks in a huge part to you and the work that you've been doing. There's a really great keynote speaker expected this year. Can you tell us about who will be at the event?
Yeah, we are having Lisa Bluter as our keynote speaker this year.
That's awesome.
Yep, so we have her for 2 days. We actually are working on a 2nd day event with her March 27th, but the first day is March 26th.
Okay, wonderful. So a lot of people are going to be looking forward to hearing from her and just the way that food insecurity really, it impacts everybody in some type of way, and that is something, you know, being part of the event last year, you don't know people's stories, and I think that is something that is threaded throughout, and it really is a touching event. So there's a lot to it as well. So beyond the speakers and the folks that you'll be hearing from, it's just a fun evening.
Yes.
So what else can ticket holders expect?
Tickets will go live to the public after the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
However, right now we are looking for all of our sponsors and looking to finish that up. But yeah, after the first of the year, we'll have it going out to the public.
Really, really cool. Okay, so and then you guys are going to be having Lisa partner with the community for some volunteering the very next day. So we'll look forward, of course, to hearing more about that in the new year. Now, beyond this event, which of course we're all excited for, just tell us a little bit more about Riverbend Food Bank and your mission as an organization and just all you do here in this community.
Yeah, the food bank is going through a lot right now. We are at, in 4 years, this is the highest food insecurity rate that we have had. So just looking for any funds that we can get. We just experienced the SNAP freeze and the federal shutdown. So with that, the community showed out, and the support that we received was just absolutely amazing. So that was great to see. However, you know, the flip side to it, people are suffering as well.
Yeah, it was good to see everybody step out and help out in a time of need, but you know, it always seems like there is need. So for anybody that is looking to continue to help or to donate, what types of donations should we be looking out for? If we're going to the grocery store and you know, we have it where we can pick up a few extra things, what are some of those things that are most needed?
We actually recommend, if you're going to the grocery store, just to not pick up anything. Check your cabinets. If anything is beyond the expiration date or sell by or best by, that's just a freshness date, so you can bring it to us. However, when looking at foods and fun, we'll never turn either away. But with the buying power we have, $1 is 5 meals.
Okay, so definitely if you have something to donate, donate it. But if you really want to make a big impact, a way to do that is monetarily.
Yep.
Because you guys are able to really stretch a dollar at the Riverbend Food Bank. And you talked a little bit about reading food labels. Can you go back to that for just 1 second? Because a lot of people may have some misconceptions about what those best buy, sell by, and all of that means.
Yeah, they're just, like I said, the best buy, sell by, and good to use by is just freshness. So if that is something that you're looking at in your cabinets and you don't want to eat it, bring it down to our warehouse. We have wonderful volunteers who sort through our food, and they can determine what we can and can't use.
Okay.
Items we typically turn away are rusted cans, cans that are bulged, or if there's any dents on it at all.
Okay, that's good information to have. And of course, as you mentioned, I mean, demand right now for folks that are in need of some help is very high. So if there are families that are watching right now and they want to take advantage of the services that you have to offer, how can they do that? I know you have a couple of pantries in the area, right, at both malls?
Yep. We have locations at both malls where we're looking for volunteers always, but if you do need food, that is a place to go. But if you go to our Riverbend Food Bank website and you put in your zip code, it actually populates a map where it shows you the nearest food pantry and their hours.
Okay, perfect. So I want to thank you so much for coming on the show today. It is just such an important time for, I think, the entire community to be thinking of this and thinking of others. And a quick reminder that Women Fighting Hunger event, that is set for Thursday, March 26th at Rhythm City Casino in Davenport with former Hawkeye women's basketball coach Lisa Bluter as the keynote speaker. Riverbend is seeking sponsorships right now, as Avery mentioned. So if you're in a position to help out, please consider that. And tickets will be available in the new year. Avery, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. And still to come on QCL, if you're looking to buy, sell, or trade your way into some high-end sneakers or unique vintage pieces, a brand new shop in the QC is making it easier than ever. Learn more about Trial Run next.
Quad Cities Live continues.
If you love high-end sneakers, vintage fashion, or the thrill of finding that one collectible piece, a new small business just opened its doors at NorthPark Mall, bringing hard-to-find items right here to the Quad Cities.
Yeah, it's called Trial Run, and it's a buy-sell trade shop specializing in sneakers, streetwear, and of course, the vintage clothing. Holden Connor is the owner of the business, and he joins us now. Holden, welcome to Quad Cities Live.
Happy to be here.
Thanks for being here. This is fun. We are shopping.
Yes.
I love these.
Some of the items we have behind us as well.
Brought plenty.
Yeah, well, you know, first off, welcome home because you're a Quad Cities native.
Yes.
So for those of us who maybe aren't familiar with Trial Run, the business, what exactly is it and how does it differ from any other department store?
I think the biggest thing is going to be our buy-sell trade format. Okay. So the nicest and coolest thing is some of these are pretty expensive, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Not
Not everybody can come in and just come out of pocket, you know, buy a $300-400 pair of shoes.
we wish, right?
Right, absolutely. But the nice part is we offer a system to where you can, we can offer you cash, we can offer you store credit, you get a little extra that way, and then you can come and trade for something new.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, I love it.
Yeah.
A great concept, especially for sneakerheads or people that there really are so many collectors when it comes to like Jordans and things like that.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just like such a cool option for them. So you've been around a little bit. So you were in Chicago. You're back home now. Of course, we're happy to have you here. Describe just the community support in the few months that you've been back and been able to open your business.
It's been phenomenal. You know, I have plenty of friends, family here. Something that I went away from for a while just to kind of figure out what I wanted to do with the business. And it's been awesome to be able to come back home and, you know, have a huge turnout. We had over 50 people in our line, you know, with only a month or so to prep and, you know, to market and do all that stuff. And
That's great.
It felt great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, so describe more the buy, sell, trade process. So obviously, if someone wants to buy, I think that's pretty simple. But just explain the process for people when they come in.
Yeah, like if I have a pair of Jordans and I'm like, I'm going to bring these in. What happens next?
Absolutely. So we do walk-ins. So we're open all normal mall hours. I do most of the buying. I've got a couple employees for me as well that are kind of learning that process. But the nice part is you can come in, and if I happen to not be there for the small amount of time that we're open, but we also allow you to leave your items. You can, you know, write down your name, number, all that kind of stuff. But it's basically just me evaluating, saying, okay, this is what we know we can sell it for, and I'm very honest with people. You know, I want to say, hey, this is where I'm putting it at. I can offer you this cash, this credit, and that credit just goes towards anything in the store.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, things that you would have to look at, right? Like the demand for the type of item, and then any wear and tear and things like that. Okay, so you brought some stuff with you today. Let's talk about it. Yeah, talk about the shoes that you brought first. Let's start there.
So yeah, I just picked out a couple cool ones. This is one we just got in recently. This is a Kobe 8. They call it What The, because when you look at it, you're like, what the? You know what I mean?
I
Literally.
love that.
So this is a really cool one. I wanted to kind of have a flashy option for you guys.
Yes.
As you can see, I brought a lot of Jordan, Nike, and then also New Balance. Those are our 3 main ones that we look for and that we're kind of looking for.
So
that's a big one. This is one of my favorites. It's actually one that I wear myself. But this is a cool one. I got this one in Chicago from a store called Joe Fresh Goods. It's a boutique in there that partners with New Balance. So a little bit of a higher end one. And I also kind of showed a couple different kinds. So we've got new and used here. Just to kind of show basically the price difference, right? So this is a original retro Jordan cool gray. This is just one of the original colorways that he wore. And so this option is actually pre-owned. We kind of clean them up. If you can
they
see.
look brand new.
They do.
And so we basically, you know, to get this brand new, you might pay online. You might order it and go $400, $450. We charge $220 on these.
Wow.
And like I said, they're cleaned up, they're refurbished, and it's something that, you know, people always look for. This is a really hot seller for us. So just wanted to show that off. I'm going to skip to this one. This is one of the hottest shoes that we have gotten so far. This came out last week. But we've sold, I don't know, 15, 20 pairs. And it's not very easy to get them. So they've gone very quickly. But this is called the Jordan 4 Black Cat. All black makes it very easy to wear. So people really like this one. And then best for last, this is actually one of our most expensive items.
Yeah, I bet.
Yes, this is a cool one. They've got a lot of different cool features on them, including the hang tag. But this is the Jordan 1 Off-White UNC. There was a designer called Virgil Abloh. He had his own company called Off-White. They did a collaboration, and these were some of the most coveted sneakers. This shoe at one point was going for over $2,500.
Wow.
Just to give you an example, this is a pre-owned pair, and it's more of a collector's item. You know, we don't do a lot of this. We want people to be able to wear their shoes. But for someone looking for this, we charge about $850 for this one.
Wow.
These are good quality shoes.
When I saw them, I immediately was like, those ones.
Very cool. Wanted something to stand out.
So we're looking at some video of your store there in NorthPark Mall. So again, you've had a good response from the community.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome. So in addition to the shoes, you'll see some of the photos here that you also have the vintage clothing, and you actually brought some as well. And you've got something really for everyone.
Oh yes. You know, we have over 1,000 items, and the nice part is over 80% of those items are unique. They're going to be one of one, right? And so you're not going to get something that somebody else is going to have, which is why I brought some pieces, just some of my favorites that I picked out, some community favorites. So we've got the 1992 Chicago Bulls T-shirt.
You know, absolutely
over 20
have to have this.
Absolutely, it's a cool one. You know, we've got some Green Bay Packers. You know, we got some Bears, some rivalry. You know what I mean? This is really cool. These are 90s and 80s, just some older stuff. We've also got my favorite, the Hawkeyes. This is a 1996 bowl one. Cool designs, awesome. We've also got a couple, and just a couple different categories. This is a very general vintage one, but it's just a cool design. It's got some sparkle to it. Cool collar, something you don't see in designs anymore. And people just like something unique, right?
I love it.
Sparks the nostalgia.
It really does. You brought all kinds of really great
stuff. Mallards, yes, the Quad City Mallards.
Absolutely. We got local. We've got some jerseys. This is an original Jordan jersey with the champion tag as well. QC Mallards. I know they technically aren't the Mallards anymore, but you know that's why people like the old stuff too.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for bringing those items here today. And you guys will have to check them out in store to see everything that Holden has. Again, NorthPark Mall, and there's the social media handles if you'd like to follow along online. Holden, thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here today.
All right, well, just ahead on Quad Cities Live. It's Thursday, which means it's time to share our throwbacks. A couple special memories coming your way next.
Quad Cities Live continues.
Well, it's time now for our Thursday segment, our Throwback Thursday segment. We got a little sneak peek at your Throwback Thursday, a little cute kiddo.
Yeah, it was a last-minute throwback. I always forget that I have to have a photo or a throwback. So I just went into my memories, and apparently 3 years ago, we were celebrating my son Carson's 2nd birthday. So this was back in 2022. His birthday's not until next Wednesday, the 17th. So I'll be off for a couple of days next week celebrating this little guy who's not so little anymore.
Oh my gosh.
He is, he is something else. I mean, he amazes me every day, just what he knows and what he learns. And
they're sponges.
He's going to be 5 years old. I can't believe it. So we actually celebrated with his little friends in our family last month with Sabrina because, you know, sickness in December, but we got a couple of special surprises planned for him next week. So can't wait to celebrate my 5-year-old.
It's crazy. It
Kid
goes
who made me a
by
dad
really
5 years ago. Yeah, it does.
Yes, and he looks so much like Sabrina.
He does. Oh gosh, they are twins. And we look at, you know, now that we have this thing on our TV screen that looks back at photos, and sometimes it's very hard to like tell the difference between Sabrina and Carson. So
cute. Well, of course, mine has to do with my little one as well. We've got Nutcracker coming up this weekend.
Oh yes.
And so my throwback is just kind of a look back at the many years now that we've been going. It's become a tradition. tradition. So that was 2023, I believe, and that was 2022 with her little cookie.
Yes.
And yeah, she likes to dress up and go and do the Nutcracker, and we do it with little friends and stuff.
Yeah.
And this year, one of our little friends and neighbors is actually in the show.
Oh, she is?
Yes, a little ballerina.
Oh,
this
that's
is
gonna
the
be
first year
cool.
that she was able to try out and do it, and she made it.
Yeah.
So we're
Oh,
so
good for
looking forward
her.
to seeing a friend on stage this year.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Darby will be cheering loud and proud
Oh, yes,
for her.
we absolutely will. So,
Yes.
yeah,
And
some fun throwbacks.
Her cute little smile. I mean,
I know.
It just doesn't change, does it?
I know.
It's
I
so
know.
cute.
I wish they would get older so quickly, though.
I know. It just you blink. What do we say? The years are long, but the days are short, but the years are. Wait, no, the years are short, but the days are long. There we go. I'll get it right. I said it the other day. How am I screwing this up? Because I'm
All
on
right.
TV.
Yes. Thank you so much for watching.
Jeopardy is coming up next, followed by your news at 4. We'll see you here tomorrow. Okay, I can talk.